All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, wherever you are around the world, to our last webinar of the year. 2023 is coming to an end, and we're going to start 2024 with a big bang. All right, guys, welcome to the call, wherever you're coming in from today. First of all, I want to say thank you for those of you who by now definitely should know who I am. My name's David Cutler, and I am actually COO of Avazoo. Also with me today, I believe that I'm just shocked and surprised. We have Paul joining us, which will explain why I'm shocked about that here in a minute. And of course, Justin taking care of the back end. So before I get started today, guys, I'm going to bounce. Okay, for those of you who don't understand that young terminology expression, I got a list of things here you can't see because I got my image. I'm in the motorhome traveling right now, and I wanted to put a screen share on the back. But I have a list of items, okay? And I'm going to bounce all over the place. So be prepared that I may duplicate some things a couple of times, but it's the end of the year and I want to wrap up some good things. I want to make sure everybody understands where we're going. And I think it's important that we kind of address a couple of good things. We're not going to talk about any of the negative things today. That year's over. Most of you have come together as a team effort and you're addressing things that just are amazing when we see things doing perhaps not the right things in the CRC. People not only do they jump on it, but they report it to us. It's just overwhelming the response we've had from all you guys. So number one, let's do this. Let's start with the banners this morning. The banners were down in the app this morning for a few hours, depending where you are around the world. And what we mean by that was there's a time clock. And the time clock had the calendar on the banners ending on the December the 30th, not the 31st. I'm not sure exactly why we had it set like that, but we did. Anyway, of course, Justin found it, fixed it. It was up and going. But just depending where you were in the world and your time zone, depending whether you was on the 30th or the 31st, and it was allowed the banners to switch over and kick off. So we just wanted you to know that the banners is all up and running and all fixed. It really wasn't a problem. Now, there's some stuff that we want to really express here to everybody, that this has been a challenging 2 years for everybody, especially our management team, the employees of the company. We've met some incredible people over the last 12 months. We geared up at the beginning of the year and said, right, we're finally ready to go. We went from a small core of people, I think it was about 20, 22 people, right the way up to over 60 at one time. And just an amazing group of people that joined us. And we've had to obviously ask them to wait, and that's annoying when you do that to people. But we have, and it's just amazing what's gone on. Sean has got healthier, which that was a shock to the system. He had been with me for several years. He's now doing some landscaping and out in the open air every day, and he's doing a lot better from his strokes. Dr. Tom's got to keep away from the computers, and he's literally done that, but he's really enjoying himself. He's a very talented young man, to say the least. However, don't worry about Sean. He'll be popping around in 2024. Once we get things rolling, he definitely will be back. We just don't want to put any stress on him. Deanna's gone through obviously some very serious illnesses. For those of you who don't know, that she's hoping to be back in the new year as well. We hope her to be back so we can pick up in the CRC center where we dropped off. But she got some brain, I'm not sure exactly what it's a virus into the brain, and it was pretty rough. Carol went down with all kinds of illness, so did Hawk. So guys, it's been a challenging year. This is just our family, which means your family most probably have also gone through it. So let's, whatever it was good for people in 2023, amen, God bless. But for those that had a tough time through 2023, let's move on to the new year and make the changes what's needed. So number one, we got Paul. Paul is very dear to me as a friend and also as a work colleague. There's two different things, friendship and business, obviously. If you see Paul up and about, or you can put him into your prayers. For those of you who don't know, he was with us in India. While he was in India and Germany and traveling, he'd got an infection into his foot, and he had to have a couple of his toes removed, and it was tough. However, Paul has not taken care of himself the way he is. So if you see him out and about, I want you to make sure you text him and send him a message and tell him to rest up and take it easy because he's back in hospital. And when I said I was surprised this morning, he's right there. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Well, I would say I wish I was sitting there with you, but I don't think I do. But I'm doing good. But how's you and what's the latest reports?
They're keeping me under observation for the next 24 to 48 hours to see if they can get the infection under control. If not, then you might have to start calling me peg leg, mate.
Peg leg. Okay, that's his English sense of humor, folks. We don't want to be calling him peg leg. But listen, Paul, you got to start taking healthier, eat healthier, exercise, sleep, whatever you need to do, brother. You're too important as a friend. You're too important, and plus business on top of that. So just please take it easy. 2024, make it a health thing for you and get cleaned up.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, Dave, what they're saying is because it's the infections at the wound site from where I had the amputation, they're thinking that maybe the infection's always been there, but now it's healed up properly because it's now fully healed, that it's got nowhere else to go, so it's just started attacking the body again.
Well, I don't know what you can do because I'm not a doctor, and I know that Kirk is one of our, brains when it comes to medical things. So if you need advice or talk to him. I'm here for you no matter what. But just
Yeah.
relax and get healthy, and wish you a happy new year. Obviously, we'll talk. But I was shocked to see you come on today. I've got a couple of things I'm going to share. So if you want to come on a little bit later on, then
Oh, that's fine. That's
yeah,
fine.
come a little bit
My,
later
my,
on.
my, my darling Joanne brought my laptop in, so I've now got a charger on my phone because my battery died.
I know.
So
I got a message from her. It must have been the English time, like close to 1 o'clock in the morning. So she's
oh
on
no,
top of everything.
it was gone too.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
gone too.
she's
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell her thank you very much. And again, you just rest up and let me get going with this. And then, guys, everybody listening to the call here, you're just seeing him in hospital. Obviously, prayers would be great. But also, if you see him doing too much and he's not taking care of himself, you have my permission to nag at him. I don't know if nag is a word they use around the world, but you can certainly gripe at him, whatever you need to do. So I'm giving you permission because he's my friend. All right, buddy, I'll talk to you in a few
Oh,
minutes.
talk to you
All
soon.
right. All right, guys, let's get to it. So, obviously, Paul's in hospital. I can tick that one off the list because now you've just seen out. We want to also address, guys, that we're going to start flushing the system the next week. Okay, because it's the end of the year, we have that responsibility to the regulator. So those people that have not been in the dashboard or not been active at all, under the terms and conditions, it requires people to do things on a regular basis. We don't really monitor that 30-day window, but if somebody has not been involved for the last 12 months, then we will be requested by the regulator or have already been requested to remove them. So if you got any friends, family that signed up and did not be active this year, please make sure you get on them and tell them to get it done because when we come back to work on Tuesday, the 2nd of 2024, we're going to be starting to do the flush, which will be the system won't recognize names. It'll just recognize activity. We don't want to lose some people that are very special to us. So please make sure you reach out to those people that we got to do that. Now, we've had some discussions over the last few days about how we're going to be doing the point system in rewards. Okay, so I want to go back to the sheet because this is huge important, guys. This is we're not talking about chump change. Okay, I know a lot of you are more concerned about, and I don't blame you, that you is making money, right? I got that. I understand that completely. And if there's network opportunities out there or a new gig out there, I understand you guys have got to go for it. And God bless you and good luck. And I hope you succeed. However, guys, this point program that we are, and it's not 100% put together yet. So if I sit here and told you it was, then that's a total lie. We're not 100% yet with Ripple and the point system. But remember, you're going to be able to play in a match it game and multiple other games. They're not all going to come out on day one. In fact, next Saturday will be a lot more about Ripple and what's going on with Ripple, and it is about Avazoo, okay? Because Ripple is where we start to put our energy to get millions and millions of eyeballs watching and participating. But the reason we've all got excited about Ripple, it's really an add-on to what we're doing with Avazoo. Yes, we need to sell 50 million tickets. Yes, that's the way the license and everything is established, and we will get there, guys. We will get there. However, this is now a great opportunity for us to start funding people quickly through Match It. So for those of you who don't understand exactly how Match It works, I'm going to give a quick overview on that a little bit here in a few minutes. But basically, you play in a game, and when I say game, you're going to pick your lucky numbers, your sequence, or whatever it may be, and they will rotate in the new game of different kinds. And then if you match them numbers that come out on that board, you're going to win money, cash, for charities and organizations and individuals that need support. Now, I'm going to tell you something that perhaps is shocking, surprising, or whatever, but I don't know if you know what a Walmart's parking lot is. I don't even know if you know what a Walmart's is, but currently, right now, today, I and my family of dogs, 4 dogs, and a wife, we spent the nights in a parking lot in Walmart's. Okay, I can show you out the window Walmart's a parking lot, and the reason being is they're friendly to motorhome people, travelers who are traveling across the country, and they give them a place to stay. Now, why am I boring you with some of the things that I'm doing personally? So I got up this morning a little after 6 o'clock, went out, took the dogs out like we would normally do, and I counted 11 cars that had people sleeping in their car in a Walmart parking lot. Now, I'm not saying all 11 were homeless, but just looking at majority of them, I'm going to tell you at least half, if not more, were homeless. One particular car that was parked directly behind us, we were blessed because generator kicks on, and we have something to make some coffee or whatever it may be. The car right behind us had a youngster, most probably somewhere around 2 to 3 years old, a wife who slept in the front seat, the husband who slept in the driver's seat, and along the back seat was the little youngster sleeping. Guys, this is terrible. In today's world, whether it's America or whether it's Europe or whether it's Asia or wherever it is, the people are struggling like they're struggling. So this magic game, we've decided that we're going to be putting focus on day-to-day needs. Okay, day-to-day needs. Now, we're not going to fix every homeless in the world. It ain't going to happen, and there's a lot of people that prefer to be homeless. But I can tell you, out of them 11 cars today, I can guarantee half of those people were most probably praying or hoping that their life changed in 2024, that they can get into a house somewhere to live in. This is just one Walmart's in Henderson, which is just amazing that you would even think that somebody would do this. And you could tell, I mean, they got curtains up in the windows, and their cars loaded down. But this is shameful. Okay, so if this is happening in America, what is happening around the rest of the world in countries that don't get any support? Like, there are a lot of good supporting foundations, there are food banks here and things of that nature. So in Ripple, we're going to really brand it that we're going to be helping people on a day-to-day basis, rather than a raffle come along and we get enough money that we can go and build a power station, or we can build a dam to create water. So they're two different concepts, so you guys kind of really get to grasp it and understand what we're about to accomplish and try. So because knowing that what Ripple is all about and how Match It works and some other games that we've got inside the app, we really truly wanted to make it, how does it benefit by more people? So we have decided to put a network, and you would call it a downline, we're going to call it something different. We're going to come up with a very special name where you can receive these points. Now, these points mean that you win prizes. Okay, we want to take the cash money that we get from the advertisers, and we want to give that cash money to the organizations. Okay, then we're going to take the other cash money, or some of the cash money, and we're going to buy these prizes, which are going to go up on an auction site that you guys can play. So even though it's not the same as winning money as physically, but you may want a toaster, or you may want a sleeping bag, or you may want a TV, or you may want a new car. And these prizes will get this big, not straight away on Match It, because we've got to attract the advertisers to come on. And we're already in negotiations with some of the advertisers as we speak. And we do anticipate within 90 days, we'll have a pile of really good advertisers on there. So that means you're going to come in and play daily, weekly. The weekly game will be totally free, where you get 6 numbers a day to come in and play. And of course, you're trying to meet the prize so you can win it. And if you pick, a cross, or a square, or whatever it is, the pattern, and you match that, then you win the points, and you're going to win the cash for this new concept. Well, not new concept, but a concept that we can help people immediately with things like homeless, or people in the countries, where people will be able to apply and say, listen, I just lost a family member, and I need to get the kids to college. So in other words, it's going to be something that we can do as a group. Now, one of the things we're going to be doing, guys, is we're not sure if it's going to be a 3-line or a 5-line or even a 10-line point situation. So if somebody in your again, quote, I'm going to call it winning line right now instead of a down line, but somebody you introduce into the program, you're going to they're going to play, and if they win, you win as well. So we're still going to keep that fixture, I play, we win, and that was our caption we had for Match It. I play, we win. So we're still going to keep that. So that's a little bit of what you got coming, and we're going to get into a lot of this next Saturday, so you guys know how that works. So that point bonus program that we have given out to you guys is vitally important. Really, really important for you guys to get part of that, because there's a couple of things. I'm going to do a quick screen share now. And guys, I want you to write down any questions you may have as we go through um, this, because we are going to address the questions, if you have any, before we close up for the end of the year. It doesn't matter, good, bad, or ugly, just ask us. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to quickly go through this. Last weekend, we introduced this program to you. I am hoping you can see it. And Justin or Paul, one of you, give me a heads up. Let me know you can see it.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So guys, we're going to take 25 points from every winner in the Match It game and stick it in a pool bonus. We're going to take 2 points from every worldwide survey. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know what the worldwide survey is, that is actually a money earning opportunity you're going to see through Ripple. What that is a way that a business can receive surveys. And we have multiple companies already that do surveys. And every time a survey is done, what is going to happen is you're going to get 2 points. Now, I looked statistically prior to the pandemic, because we really have not pushed it since the pandemic. On February of the year of the pandemic, we had a little over 1,800 surveys done. Okay, and we were in pre-launch. Okay, so 1,800 times 2 is 3,600 points. 3,600 points would have been dropped in a pool bonus for you guys. The only people at the current time that will be able to go into the pool bonus are people who are qualified, who have attended our calls and have qualified to be one of the RRS representatives, a rep. In other words, you have to go through a 2-day training. The 2-day training, unless you've been with us all this time, so new people coming on next year, they're going to have to pay $1,495 and physically go through 2 days, 6-hour trainings with a test to get what you guys are all getting free. The only thing you guys have got to do is you got to qualify. And when I say qualify, we looked at this in detail. We did not just wake up one Friday morning and say, let's put this together. We went through this. So these are what you have to do to complete the process, okay? You must sell a raffle ticket. If you have not sold a raffle ticket up to now's your opportunity to go and sell it. But you must sell one ticket. Now, before, we've already had a couple of people, some people from New York, griping about selling a raffle ticket. Before you gripe, do yourself a favor, analyze what it would be to get these 3 points to be qualified for me to go and buy a homeless person a ticket for $20. Okay. So before you go out there and complain and always doing this and that, make sure you think about it there. So you need a raffle ticket, and you did have up until January 15th that we said on Wednesday's call is to whenever uh RR goes live. Okay, we're hoping between the 15th and the 30th. So you may get a day or longer, but no matter what, you got to sell a raffle ticket. If you don't opt to do that, then obviously it shows your support for the company. However, the rest is very simple. Okay, you must have personally referred at least 3 individuals to Avazoo. Look what it says. It says fulfill any of the 3 of the following. I sent this out in an email. I highlighted 3 quickly here. Most of you on this call should already have over 25,000 entries. So that would be one of them. Okay. Number 2, you've completed your profile. Now, somebody brought up that there's one question off. So instead of being 100% there, if you've completed 95% or higher of your profile, you qualify. And you must have registered for at least 15 Avazoo presentations. So in other words, them 3 qualifiers should be really, really simple. There's another one, the majority of you, because you are so loyal to us, you joined, but it didn't say stay up for 24 hours, but you participated. So most of you should have got that one. So in theory, guys, if you did not sell a business subscription plan, or you did not sign up AAPs, or you did not sign up the nonprofit, you all qualify for the 3. How important is that going to be? By being in that pool bonus, these points get dropped in every week, every day, and then once a month, they will be divided to your accounts. The only people that they're going to get divided are you guys on this call or ever qualify, number 1. And number 2, anybody that joins the organization as a representative at $1,500, $1,495, pays the fee, goes through the test, and qualifies to become an actual representative for the company. So guys, this is really in your hands. We know that you can do that. Now, number 2, what we offered last week as well was a way to receive company shares. First of all, hats off to a lot of you, and you have definitely created some momentum. We actually did think that we could have potentially done this the wrong week. We should have perhaps started this on January 2nd because of the holidays and a lot of people being away. So what we've done here, guys, listen up carefully and write it down so you have it. So we're going to take the top 10. Again, very, very, very tremendously happy and very impressed with certain people. You know, I was watching Norman, click, Abraham. I mean, just different people. And I have a couple of accounts. I go into there and I look whenever I can get a chance to get in there. So we're going to take the top 10 people who get the shares. Okay, whoever get the top 10 amount of shares from postings, and we're going to double you. Okay, so if you get 1,000 shares, you get to 2,000. This isn't your year 2024 already starting off better. Okay, so Norman, you've been out there posting and getting shares every time you post. Okay, if you're in the top 10, whatever the amount of shares you get, we're going to double. Okay, so please make sure that you understand how that works. Now, there is a requirement, 60 characters. We had about 5% of people last week did not meet the 60 characters in the posting. It does not have to be an individual posting about something new, which, guys, some of the postings you guys have been doing, I was reading, they're exciting. They're really good and educational, and they help, and they really are spot on. They're good. However, you can participate any way you want. If you're not sure what to post, you can respond to somebody else's posting. In yellow is 60 characters. You're not writing a paragraph or a book, you're writing a very quick response, 60 characters. So please make sure. The other thing is we've noticed that maybe they did not get the right information, that some people are trying to do their 3 postings all together. They got to be at least 10 minutes apart. Now, I did bring up on Wednesday that we didn't want you, look, you can go every 10 minutes and do this. The more you get, the more shares you get. But we wanted to make a limit that it had to be within or more than 10 minutes apart. So as long as they're more than 10 minutes apart, you can post and post and post. And again, if you want to post every 5 minutes apart, you can do that, but you'll only get your shares every time it's 10 minutes apart. Now, what's going to happen, guys, is if you look, you can do company shares, so you can client shine up, do a posting about a business, a subscription plan. We got another hot one on the trail this week, even though it's been the holidays. We got another food chain, which is possibly coming out of, not possibly, they're out in Vietnam, that has several hundreds of stores in Vietnam, and it's looking very promising. That person will get that account, and what would happen is then they can get 10 shares for each one of those. So guys, even in the business models that you can now sell and use and operate, even if you have your own account, you can use that. So please remember, it's a great opportunity, but we are going to double down for the top 10. Now, for the top 100 people, we are going to open up Ripple to you guys first. I don't want to say you are a source of test, whatever. I'm trying to be respectful. We're not. We want the top 100 people that get the majority of the shares, or the top 100 people's shares that get them. Are you going to get into Ripple first? You're going to get a 7-day window of yourselves playing in Ripple, earning, giving us feedback, let us know what's going on, what tweaks are going to be done. And for that top 100 people, we have a special prize for you that will be an ongoing weekly deal to create more points. We're going to cover that next Saturday, so you guys know. So the more shares you get, double it down if you're in the top 10. If you are in the top 100, you're going to get special privileges to go into Ripple first. You're going to basically test the system, make sure everything is working, and give us the feedback, okay, of what we need. Now, also, guys, the game is going to start next Wednesday. The first cash game prizes has been approved. We're going to reopen for the game. So get geared up for that, because the game next week will open. On Wednesday, we will announce the monthly game, but we will be starting the monthly game next Wednesday, as well as a test game for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So on Wednesday the 3rd, instead of it being a full monthly game, it's going to be a 2-week game. And in that particular game, because it's a test, we're only going to be giving out the free entries like we've done with the other ones. But the official game and money making, winning prizes will be now on Wednesday the 3rd for the weekly game. So make sure you participate next week in the weekly game. We're also going to be introducing to you next Saturday a program called Order Tracker. A decision was made late last night that we're going to release Order Tracker. We had to get attorneys to approve that we didn't have any legal liability. So we're going to be approving that, and then negotiating with Paul, and that will go into RRS. In fact, Paul doesn't even know about that, because Paul's been in hospital, so he just heard the news as well. But we got the thumbs up from the legal department. Now, what is Order Tracker? Order Tracker was put together intentionally to design an app and quality of food. When the pandemic come on board, everybody was very concerned about, was the food being prepared? Are people wearing a mask? Et cetera, et cetera. And it really scared a lot of people. Small businesses didn't have an app or a source to be able to show the business people or the customer how good the quality was of the food, or whatever it may be. So we designed something called Order Tracker. We're going to go through that with you a little bit next Saturday. But Order Trackers turned around and developed into more than just a food quality. There are all types of businesses, individuals, which are the key ingredient with Order Tracker. So what I mean by that is there are thousands upon thousands around the world, people that sell something on eBay or they sell it on Amazon, and they send the product out, and it's when it's left them, it's in perfect shape. But they get reports back saying that the product got damaged or the product got injured, and then the shipping company, FedEx or DHL, say, well, it had nothing to do with us, and so on and so on. Well, Order Tracker fixes that program for people. They can use it. They can take video, they can take images, they can take pictures, they can track it along the journey where it goes. So you're going to find out about that next Sally, but we did get it approved last night that is also going to be part of Ripple's program as a free product for businesses to use. So all them thousands upon thousands of people out there, that cannot track their product, they're going to be able to use this product and try it. Now, I use the word free. There will be for businesses, it will always be an add-on for free. In other words, they'd have to take the minimum plan of $9.95 a month for doing surveys, and then they get all these free other products. That's businesses. You as individuals, our team, our consumers, obviously that product's free to you anyway. It's only if you're a business member. So guys, there's so much to talk about next weekend that we're really, really excited about. The reward program, guys, is so important and I am doing everything I possibly can without telling you to do it, but go and make sure you qualify to get into that reward program. There are going to be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that are going to participate to generate some money to help people, whichever it is going to be, whatever country it's going to be, it doesn't matter. There's going to be people playing in magic game. There is a poker game that they're going to be able to play in. It's not a real poker game. Well, it is real if that's the way. It's an online game that you participate. And if you win money. And at the same time, there's money for foundations. So anything in Ripple is going to be pretty well what the word is, rewards. The reason we spend a lot of time and Paul come up with different suggestions and stuff like that, and the reason we kind of got behind rewards Ripple solutions was because the word ripple, it keeps ripple effect. It's like you throw a stone in the water and you just drop it, it goes plop and goes. But if you skim it, it ripples across the surface and it can change, it can do different things. We're the same with Ripple here. We're going to come in, you're going to play in a free game, you're going to get points, you're going to get into the auction site, you're going to be able to bid on it. So some of you are going to say, well, how's it possible that we can do this with the money? So every time, and if you don't know Match It, for those on the call today, I'm going to quickly just give you one more view before the end of the year that we're going to do it, and I'm going to quickly show you how it works because it opens up a brand new market for all of you guys as well, because as the future comes, you are us, we are you, we are one. Okay, one cause, one love. I keep saying it and I never will not say it. So when I come in here, guys, and I go into the game, the Magic game. So remember, we bring this up because this is the current app. We got great news for you next Saturday. You're going to find out all about what's going on with that. I'm sure Paul's going to be sharing it with you. But everybody will get the free Stop Your Phone because that's gimmicky. That is what we call a promotional. That idea was put together to activate your phone so you could show a friend at a party or whatever, or a car, it was lost in the car. For those of you who don't know how that is, we'll do that another day. But for right now, let's talk about Match It. Match It is the big feed. When you go into Match It each day, you'll have the opportunity. Now, we're still in some discussions exactly about the levels. Now, if you look at this and you go down here, you can see this is dollars because this is what I've been planning the last 4 years. If you look at that, my gross lifeline tree winning. That doesn't mean I won it, but that's everybody that I have signed up, got in underneath me, have won $9,883 in some form of patterns. That means cut that in half, which is roughly $5,000, has gone to charities from my lifeline tree. Now, I only benefit from 3 levels down. Okay, so you can see my life train tree here, how many people I've got in it, how many. This is all built and done and completed, tested for several years, so we know how it works. The advertiser is going to come in and they're going to pick. Now, this particular one was a wire I opened up on Wednesday. This is the weekly game. You can pick whatever patterns you want. Okay, so there's multiple patterns that you can pick from. So if you open up, you can see these. Hopefully you guys can see this on the screen. I'm not sure if you can, but we will have different patterns in here. Jim come up with an idea last week in a meeting that we're trying to see if we can make work, but there'll be different patterns. It could be a letter C, it could be just all kinds of different things, but you pick the pattern you want to go for, right? And as you can see in the weekly game, that's $250. If I click over and then go onto the daily game, which is there, daily games, they start from $1, okay, and then they go through $10, $10, 50, 250, 500, and I believe I thought there was one more jackpot one. That 500. That means you would get X 500 points or maybe a 2-to-1 ratio points. We're going to be doing some promotions on that are going to go towards you bid on something. Okay, so you pick the pattern you want to do. Once you got the pattern you want to do, you're going to click on a number. It takes literally 2 minutes each day.
I was diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma. Immunotherapy turns on your immune system and allows your body to then fight cancer.
It's basic science that I had been working on was saving lives.
And you will find most of our advertisements in there. What happened, number 13 come up, and as you can see, 13 is right there. So when I click on it, what it's going to do is it's going to redirect me back to that foundation website. They pay for click-throughs so that we can do 8 to 10 seconds, 8 to 12 seconds. The money comes from that advertiser. Now, of course, in the non-profits, we actually don't charge the non-profits because that's just the way we are. So there will be non-profit advertisement, like where this has gone back to the cancer one. But at the same time, there will be let me go back. At the same time, there'll be advertisers now as business advertisers. This game is free, but the kick with this game is that the 50% winnings will now go out to people immediately. And when I say immediately, I don't mean that minute, but I would say before the end of the following week. Remember, it's a weekly game. Your participation and the money we have gained will get out into people's hands. So rather than waiting for Avazoo to accomplish its goal, which it will, I keep reminding you that, guys, then you'll be able to play in this game. Now, some people will get hooked. Some people will say, here, I like that. I think this is cool. I'm going to play in the daily game. The weekly game will be for free. The daily game, which you can come in and click on, there will be a subscription plan. Instead of charging somebody per game, it will be a subscription plan. Now, one of the things we're trying to work is that subscription to be a donation, which means that then you could even take the obviously take the opportunities to take any tax breaks. But anyway, and we're talking, $4, $5, $10 a month, something in that region. There may be an option that we can break it down that you can do 3 days and then a 5-day and then a 7-day. So we'll see. But the same scenario, you come in and pick your pattern, that one there. So now you got to pick all these green ones up. As you can see, I'm going to select to save. And now the difference is they start at 6 a.m. in the morning and they will go all the way through until midnight. It goes for 18 hours. So every hour a number comes out. So you click on the number, same scenario that happens. So guys, we believe, hang on, let's play. We honestly believe that with the right people in what we're trying to attract to our organization, people will go out, and you can see that's congratulations, I got my first number. Now I got to come back an hour later, and when I come back an hour later, I pay another advertisement for 8 to 12 seconds. Again, that advertiser pays the money. So you guys have got a general idea on how this works. Well, the good thing about all this is what will happen is now let let me go back. What will happen is that it's going to be in the game with another game. So there's going to be 2 games in there. Order tracker will be coming in there. We got that approved, but that'll most probably be more like February before we get that in there. We're going to have the help a friend. So when you're telling people about, hey, this phone idea, this needs 3 people to activate. That means that when somebody joins up to do this, it's going to create your automatic downline. You're going to tell 3 of your friends who can activate your phone, but them 3 friends are going to have different friends to call. May have you as one of them, but it still means 2 more people are going to come. They're going to be able to play and come into the game, and of course, it's going to be rewarded. Be rewarded as a business opportunity financially for each of you. It means that anybody that wants to be out there doing surveys, they have a fee they pay each month, and then they can do a survey, and it's a small fee. Again, it's a $10 fee. So can you imagine a casino like the Sunset Casino here gets and does a survey this quick? They write their own questions, and they're paying $10. But more to the point, they've also got an advertisement in the game, the Match It game, that is now doing the charity as well. And that survey is now completed and it's done. So there's a great lot of opportunity for Ripple coming, guys. We're very excited. Of course, the big one in the middle, what you're seeing kind of here, the way the new layout's going to be, will be for Avazoo, so that everybody gets the opportunity to see. And the advertisement which comes up in the game will be about Avazoo. So we do believe it. We've already got a strong commitment right now of a couple of million people. We have a friend that's committed to 2 million people, app users. We won't necessarily need that big of a commitment. We'll take it. But even 100,000, people that can get in. And I'm watching a program this week, which I think a lot of you are already aware of. It started off like crazy. Didn't tell anybody about what the product was. People started signing up. All of a sudden, people were seeing what they called in their power line, hundreds and thousands of people. And then the next thing, 3 days later, they come out with saying, "Oh, you're so special. Now, if you want to be a co-advertiser, you got to come up with $100." Guys, we're not that type of a company, okay? I wish all of you all the best, and in anything you do, that's my absolute wish for the new year, that you guys make an absolute fortune, win the Powerball, pick up the phone and call us and say, "Hey, I'd like to make a donation. What can I do? How can I get involved?" I pray that every day for each and every one of you. But guys, we as a company in Ripple, it's not about that. However, there will be a multiple opportunities if you feel that style of yourself, that, hey, I can be a marketer, I can sell this product. I do like commission. I do want to get an account that's going to pay me $200,000-300,000 a month. It's going to be there for you, but that's not our drive. Our drive is to raise money for charitable organizations that need it currently, not like with Avazoo Raffle that's going to be in when we sell the tickets. So guys, I don't know if any of this has helped you this morning. I knew I was going to jump all over the place. Again, I'm really glad to see Paul. That's really made me happy. Paul, I don't know if you want to come in at this stage, and Justin, if you want to see if there's any questions. I'm just looking to see if there's any other. The shares, we're going to double down on the top 10, the top 100. You will get into Ripple. You are like the key ingredient there, guys. So please, do the right thing. I know every one of you can qualify. It's not a big deal. And I wrote it that way to get it approved, that we could do it. So I know that you guys can get in. But Paul, anything you want to say? Justin, is there any questions we want to address and cover?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything, Dave. I'm hoping that I will be out of hospital next week, if not the week after, and then I can get everything sorted out. Like I said, I only got my laptop back today, so I've not been able to do anything over the last couple of days in regards to anything really. But no, I think you pretty much covered it all, and the new year's looking bright for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, you know about Order Tracker, but you didn't know that I got the legal to approve that. So that's really positive, because that's going to help so many different businesses, and especially independents, people that are selling a product on eBay or wherever, and then the product gets there and somebody says, "Oh, it's damaged." A lot of people play that game. Well, now you've got the proof that that product is not damaged. It's because it's all done in video form, it's done in camera, and the person sees it when it's getting left. And one of of the best things is flowers, Paul. You know, we had so many compliments about the flowers that when the person showed up at the Mother's Day, it actually was for, when people showed up at Mother's Day, they walked in with these flowers, knocked on the door, they had the camera going. So they filmed the expression on mum's face when the flowers arrived. Well, that's precious, that's special, and that
It
is
was.
something that is good for everybody. The flowers showed up, the flower business can use it. So order tracker is going to be a real big mover inside Ripple, and I know you've got multiple other things as well. So kind of excited, kind of really excited.
It was.
All right, so do we have any questions, Justin, or not?
Yes, we have a few.
Cool.
The first question says, I noticed that the different ticket level tabs on the referral page are still not clickable. So only the $20 ticket is visible. I reported this to customer service some time ago, and I hope that it can get fixed soon.
I don't think that is accurate because we've been receiving $50 and $100 ticket sales. So I'm not sure why you're getting that, but Justin, do you know any more than I do?
I'm not aware of a current problem with that, but we'll go ahead and do a test real quick, and I think everything should be working. So if anything, maybe try through a different browser. It could be a cookie or cache problem.
It
if I had to
sounds to
guess.
me, who did that come in from? But thank you, whoever it was. That's awesome. Who sent it in?
That was from Annika.
Annika, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It might be a cookie in your browser that's creating it to stick because you originally had some kind of a coupon code or something. So it could be that, but we've been getting people going for the $100 tickets and the $50 tickets. So I'm not sure. But we'll get on top of that straight away. Go ahead. Next question. What else we got?
Okay. Next question is from Norman. He says, question for the RA program. When we signed up for our business and earned commissions, how will those commissions be paid out?
You mean in what format or what currency? Or are you looking for Coinbase? I mean, there'd be multiple options for you because it's out of the UK. I'm sure Paul's got an accountant that he works with there. I mean, it's I mean, I don't think it could be a PayPal. I don't think it can be. It's not going to be challenging. Now, you got to remember something, guys. There's something exciting that's going to be inside that wallet that's going to create you to get more points. I think we've already shared it with you, but the virtual debit card that we were going to have for Avazoo, we opted and decided to put it into RRS. So what's happened is you'll have a virtual card. So Norman, if you're getting paid commission, that can be uploaded to that prepaid debit card. Then you can use that debit card to go and get gas, groceries, or go to an ATM machine and pull cash. So I think you'll have multiple options unless Paul is changed his mind, but I don't believe so. I'm sure he would have told me, but we were going to give every option we can. And remember, the points are different than commissions. You have to be qualified to be a representative for Ripple. You guys on this call today have all the opportunity to do that. Anybody after this has to go through a 2-day training. So not all of the tens of thousands of people, millions of people that are going to download the app and start playing the game will be getting paid commission. They'll be getting points, and then the points, they go over to the auction site and they bid on the site. And if you haven't wondered how to do it, I mean, and Paul is a number cruncher just like myself. Think about Paul and I. I win in Match It today 100 points, and he wins 100 points. Okay, we go over to the auction site and we both want that Harley Davidson motorcycle. He goes and bids 30 points on it out of his 100. I go along and say, I'm going to beat him because I want that Harley. So I bid 35 points. He turns around and comes back and bids 40 points. But the gimmick, the catch, the worm in the hole, whatever you want to call it, is his first bid of 30 points is now gone. So when he rebids, he only had 70 points left over. So when he comes back in and bids again for 35, he's now got 35 gone. So that's how we can afford good presents or good prizes, whatever you want to call them, because each person outbids. So it doesn't accumulate What it does, it literally says, okay, here's my bid. So when you sit back at the end and you got 2 minutes before the bid comes to the end, you're all sitting there with a clicker and you say, oh, I'm going to go 37. I'm going to go 40. No, I really want that Harley Davidson. I'm going to go 99. And whoever clicks on it, that cluster comes in at the end, and that's where the points go. So we could get 100 people, 1,000 people bidding on that Harley Davidson, but they may only have 100 points, which means that 100 points divided by 1,000 people, that's how many winners there are in Match It. So guys, if you understand the concept, you can see how the company can turn around and give this money back to charities and organizations at the same time you're participating. One of the best parts, guys, is, and I mean this, when you give that money back to that charity or that organization, it's going to have your name attached to it. So perhaps you could be in a country right now that you couldn't afford $500 to go and give to some foundation. Well, in this case, your name would be attached to that $500, and you would get your 500 points to go and win a prize or bid on a prize. So, Paul, any questions? Go ahead, talk.
No. When we are making the commission payments, we're going to do it the easiest and best way that we can, depending on what country you're in, because the last thing we want to be doing is getting a lot of fees, because we don't want to be sending you $100 and you have to pay $30 of fees to get that, because we don't think that's fair on you guys. Like we had, excuse me, like we had the issue during the marathon with getting the donations through Facebook, and we were paying more than half of the dollar to Facebook for it. We don't want to do that to you guys when we're paying out commission. So it'll be on an individual basis, and it'll be the easiest and best way we can make payments to you.
Yeah, the other thing, guys, is we've already agreed on this, is on that prepaid virtual debit card, every time you use that, you're going to get more points. So think about it like this. If you've got to pay your mobile phone bill with a current credit card or debit card from your bank, or your groceries, you're better off using this reward card, okay? Because you're going to get points, and then points are going to give you now some of our prizes, guys, that we've already decided we're going to do are things like food baskets. So when you go out and bid on that food basket, you're going to get a food basket, or and just multiple different things. So there's going to be a tremendous amount of prizes that's going to affect you, that you can actually bid on. In other words, there's nothing worse than going to a party and you get a present from somebody and you go, oh my Lord, what am I going to do with that? Or you say, that one's another one for the closet. How many times have you guys done that? Well, you're not doing that here. You're not winning a prize. You might have, there might be 10 bids today for $1,000, and you might get that for 50 points because nobody else bid on it. That $1,000 has come, but again, because of the amount of winners on the points, if you know us, if you know how Deal Dash or Zeek Rewards or some of those work, this is great for you guys because you can pick what you want to bid on, and you can watch it, and you can hit the bid, and it'll be multiple. So you can even bid on cash that costs you maybe 50 points that you've got from your reward program, your Visa card, debit card, that you've gone out and used to buy some groceries or paid a bill for. Now you've got these extra points, and you go out and you win $1,000 in cash. So guys, this is going to be pretty cool, and a lot of people are going to really enjoy this. I suppose my talent, if I had to say what's my talent, is my engineering talent, which is kind of look at things and re-look at them and engineer them a different way. Some people say, well, that's a vision or whatever. That's possible, but the engineering training, then you look at things and you reverse engineer it. That's what we done. We said, okay, we've got Match It. How do we create Match It now without giving out all the cash, that we can create some excitement? What I mean by that, guys, is if we had to give $500 away today for charity and $500 to you for a winner, we can only have maybe one winner in a day. away because we don't have that much money coming in from the charities. Now we can have multiple winners, okay, thousands of people playing, that they're getting these points and they can use them when they want to use them, and it's turned over to you to get the prize you want. So we're hoping, we don't know, we believe the Lord is directing us in the right avenue. We believe that this will create some excitement. It'll definitely create excitement for those people who love to give, who can't afford to give, and those people that give and actually giving out money. It's going to really create some excitement, plus the normal people. So yeah, we think we're pretty comfortable to say we're on the right direction. So anyway, what other questions we got, Just?
All right. The raffle ticket that has to be sold, can it be at any time prior?
No, it started last week with the program. Anything what you sold before, I mean, it's a new. It's that's like saying I don't know who asked the question, but let me give you an example. Let's say we had a marathon last year and you run the 5K marathon, okay, and you come in first place or last place, it doesn't matter. And now we just introduced a new competition, and it's a 25K marathon. Can you take 5 kilometers off because you're running a marathon last year? No. So that's a new ticket. We're giving you. Look, we know some of you are having a problem selling a ticket. Well, take $20 and go and buy somebody a ticket. You're going in a reward point program that is going to generate tens of thousands of points every day. That's going to go to you where you can bid on things. If you think it's worthwhile, then go and spend your $20 and buy a ticket and give it to somebody. Okay. If you think it's not worthwhile, then don't worry about it. You're not going to get knocked out of Ripple. Ripple is still part of Avazoo. You'll still be able to play every day. You just won't be in that reward, that program that's getting the points. We're not forcing anybody's hands. We're saying if you would like to be part of this reward group, this is what you need to do. And I can assure you, anybody in the future, any new programs in the future, they will have to sell a ticket to be in that program if we release it to anybody else in the future. This is all about charitable giving back, raffle, giving back, so on and so on. So we're not going to change it. So if you're one of the individuals out there like run the 5K and you want to take that off because you've already done it in this competition, no, you're going to need to buy your own ticket. If you've already got a ticket, then buy it for somebody else. It doesn't matter. Have your referral code on it, and or give them the money and they go and buy it using your referral code. It's a small investment to be in that, a very, very small. I don't care if you're in a very tight situation. You're talking about thousands upon thousands of points going in there for $20. Go and get your ticket sold. Go ahead, Paul.
I just want to wish everyone that's on the call a happy new year. My partner's just arrived for visiting, so I am going to leave now. So happy new year to you, Dave. Happy new year to you, Justin. And happy new year to everyone who's watching this call live. And I will see you in the new year.
All right, amen, brother. Listen, praying for you. Say hi to Joe. I'll talk to you obviously New Year, but on New Year's Day. But happy New Year to you guys, and enjoy your visit. Get healthy, and thank you for everything. It's been a long year, but next year it's going to be something very special, and we're going to be able to help people immediately. That's really cool.
Yeah, which has always been our goal.
Yep.
We all wish that we were there right now with everything, and we've come up with this other concept to try and get help to the people. Like you said, for you getting out of the motorhome this morning and seeing those 11 cars in that car park, you know, I know you, and I know that you probably want to go around to all them, offer them coffee.
I tried to this morning, but the coffee pot wasn't big enough.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not just the people we're going to be able to help in the future. For me, and again, like you and like Justin, we're all worried about the people we can't help now.
Right. Yeah, listen, brother, just take your time, seriously, get healthy. No more of this other stuff. Eat the right food, take the right medication, get healthy, and let's have a great year this year coming.
I will do.
All right, brother,
guys,
love you.
have a good new year. Speak
Thanks,
to you all
Paul.
soon.
Happy
Talk to
New
you
Year.
soon. All right, what else we got, Jess? What other questions we got there?
All right, we still have quite a bit. Next question says, what is the limit date for us to sell a ticket?
So right now, the competition, what we put out last week is look, check your emails, guys. I put it at the bottom of the email, so you all had it. I posted it in the CRC center. There's even coupons you guys got last week. We told you it's the last week of the coupons. They had a 2-week expiration date on them. I'm not sure exactly what day they run out. I'm sure Sylvie can tell us, or you, Justin. If anybody you give that coupon ticket to goes out, they get if they go out and get 100 entries by the 15th, in other words, if they post banners, go to the CRC center, they get the same privileges as you do as shares. Anybody doing this is equal. If it's good for one, it's good for everybody. So guys, they can get you can get 100 shares by that person. You get the coupon ticket out. This week there's no coupon tickets going out. Okay, we're over with them now. We told everybody it's till Christmas, not to New Year. That's over. Joining the call. That's why you didn't need to sign up the form today. So guys, any coupons you got out there, get them used while they're still available. And then the 15th is the cutoff date. However, today and Wednesday, we are all agreeing we will not be ready by the 15th to physically kick it. We're not going to kick this thing until we know everything is working. So we're saying, as we said in the first day, it's going to be between the 15th and the 30th of January. So it gives us enough chance. It's going to be a 7-day pre-launch, which is where that 100 people will have the opportunity to go out, test our system, and start inviting their teams. It's a very special group, that 100 people. So in buying your ticket, you've got to go and get your ticket purchased and get everything done before we go live with Ripple. So if we're live in Ripple at the end of January, then you guys have gotten to the end of January. But we are expecting between the 15th and 30th of January. Next question.
Okay. If I lost access to the email I used to register with Avazoo, what can I do to keep receiving messages from Avazoo and the benefits?
Can't do it. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest mistake we've had. A few people. If you had a business email address and you left the company, and you this is really sad, I'm going to tell you. So one of our very close friends worked for a company, used his business address to sign up, had something like 7,500 emails. The company removed his email address, that he now no longer has that email address. It says it on the front page, it's in the terms and conditions, it's even a little tick box that you even tick on. So if you've lost your email address, you have officially lost your ticket. There is nothing you can do about it. Now, depending who you are, what you've done, the power of being able to reward some people some entries belongs to us. The regulators allowed us to do that. So what you need to do is send in a ticket to Justin directly. He'll look at your account, see your activity, see what's going on, and then get you a way where you can re-sign up using a new email address, and then he will reward you with some free entries. Who is that individual, Just? Who lost it?
I believe that was Peter Adi. Peter H.
Peter here in Vegas?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow, Peter. Peter, reach out to, if it is Justin, Peter, we'll reach out to you first part of the week, first part of the new year. We'll figure something out for you, brother, so you don't, we'll just leave it with us. We can't do anymore. We're on a recorded call. We'll get something figured out that you don't lose out. All right, next question.
Okay. The coupon you had given us for those who attended the call, how many people should I use to register for that?
Well, it's one coupon, one ticket, one person. So last week, I think, didn't we, Justin, I had a lot going on this week, as you know. Didn't we give away 10 coupons to everybody last week?
Yep, 10 coupons for the people that attended the call and filled out the form, and they're good until
I think
next
it's
Saturday.
the first week. Yeah, January. Okay, that's what I thought. January the 6th.
January the 6th.
Right. So you guys, if you look in your emails, and I know that Sylvie's on top of this, even though she was very sick Monday and Tuesday, she's getting better. Prayers for her as well, guys. But just reach out to her or help desk, and you've got until next Saturday to use them coupons. One coupon, one person, and give them out to people and use them. Now that does not count as your paid ticket. Okay, so fool each other. Let's not play that game. So if you give that coupon to somebody, that doesn't give you your one qualified ticket that you got to get done before we go live. So just remember. All right, and we'll make sure, guys, we're not going to just drop you in it on Tuesday next week saying we're going live Wednesday morning. We'll make sure everybody has notice to make sure they get their tickets sorted out. You should have all qualified for all the other stuff. I mean, I did write it really good, and that's in your email to check. Next question, Justin.
Okay. Besides the virtual debit card, will we eventually get a physical card?
You can pay for a physical card. We did not want to be part of that because that is typical. You know, companies want to upcharge. I was just talking to you about, you know, this company what's been going viral the last couple of weeks. You know, up to 20,000 people sign up through David. It's a data collection. And what they've done is they kept back all their images and all their ideas and concepts to get people to sign up. So they got all that data of you and then said, okay, in your power line, you got 10,000 people under you. Well, what do the 10,000 people do for you and how does it work? And they're launching that. Well, same with us. We're not going to do stuff like that, guys. So your virtual card that comes to you is yours. It's in a virtual card. If you want to upgrade it, you'll have a phone number on your account that you can say, hey, send me out a card. We've asked them what that cost will be. And of course, this sounds absolutely insane to me, but it is true. Depending on what country you're in, where they got to ship the card. If you're going to ship it to the US, the card's going to cost about $5. If you're going to ship it to, I think we looked at Nigeria. Was it Nigeria? It was a couple of the African countries we looked at. It was $30. $30 for shipment. So guys, we don't want to be part of that nickel and diming and taking a penny off you. Look, we've been together for a long time. We don't do that to you now, and we're definitely not going to do it in the future. We're going to reward you when you use that card with points. That's going to help out. So if you don't use the card, stick it in the drawer, or if it's electronic, digital, you don't even need to use it at all. But we're going to get you there so we can pay out to you on that card, and hopefully that works. So next question.
Okay. Is the new video ready for us to promote to businesses?
Yes, I got it approved and I will put that up today. I had a little situation yesterday that I planned to put it up, and unfortunately, I was not able to get it up yesterday because for some of you know, I was stand out at Lake Mead, and I lost the internet connection yesterday, so I was not able to get it done. But I'll get it up today so you have it, do a description, and I'll make sure it's posted in the CRC. Go ahead.
Okay. Here's a different question, but a good one. One of my referrals can't get the app installed on their phone, nor BlueStacks or Nox Player on his Mac computer. Is there any other alternatives?
No, but listen, I'm glad you brought it up because it was on my list. I knew I was missing something on my list I wanted to share with you guys. So we are now aware of exactly what the problem is. We've been aware for it for a couple of weeks. We are waiting for our 2 engineers who are going to start working on the Ripple app that would do this at the same time. So we're expecting to have the fix done, also the Instagram fix before the 15th of January is what we're expecting. So at the moment on the requirements, we have turned off the requirements. Now, the unfortunate thing is they're not able to gain and get free entries because they can't get to the app. There's only one solution I'm aware of, unless Justin knows one, is I mean, we can send the app to you on a link that you can get the app. I will put the link and that you know, the app may or may not work. You will get a warning from the app to say about to turn around and say to you, this is not safe, etc., etc., because it's what they call an APK file. It's an APK downloader. So it's where all app developers is where we test apps before it goes into Play Store or iOS. You can try and download it from here. If not, the only other solution I'm aware of is that his friend, your person you signed up, get his credentials, meaning his password and username, and you can sign in each day and get him to get some free entries if you want to help him. We're really sorry about this. It was a problem that come up that we just was not able to handle at the time with the amount of work going on. We now know what the problem is, but everybody that signs up doesn't have to download the app now and log in. We set the code on the back that once they sign up, that bypasses the app. Of course, you want to do it because you want to turn around and get the entries. But I'm going to send you a link right now. I believe I'm going to send it to you right now. Yes, I'm going to put it in here where you will be able to see. I'll put it in the column. They can go to this link and then they can try to download it. Just be careful because it asks you to download a junk of stuff because it's a marketing tool. So I'm just going to put that in here right now so you have it, and then you can go from there. Right, next question, Just.
Okay. Last question. I'm confused. I'm in Arizona. Can I buy a ticket? Otherwise, I cannot qualify.
Right, so you're not going to buy a ticket for yourself, number one. I just put that link in the chat box, guys. That's called the APK. If any of you are looking for an app, please be careful because if you download it from there, it means that a developer's developed it, but it may not meet all the requirements. So just be careful when you click on things to say yes. Make sure you read what it says because you might click on it thinking you're downloading the app and you're really downloading something else. So make sure you read before you click yes. Right. So whoever the individual is in Arizona, is that Tom by any chance? Because isn't he in Arizona?
Yes. Yeah, Tom.
Hey, Tom. Hope you and the family are doing well for Christmas. And I'm heading down to Phoenix here next less than a week. So I'll reach out to you. So the answer is you're buying a ticket for somebody else anyway because you already have your ticket. So you're clean and green. So all you've got to do is find somebody you can send the $20 to buy the ticket. If you're having a problem doing that, here's what I would suggest. Go in the CRC and post in the CRC, hey, has anybody got a friend, a relative, somebody that I can help and purchase a ticket for them? And then all you do is you send that $20 to them and let them sign up to do that. Okay, it's the only suggestion we got because you are here in the US and we obviously are aware of it. The only other option, of course, is finding somebody in the CRC that has already got some ticket holders that they want to help out. So you just send the money to them. Just don't use your credit card to sign up because you don't want it to recognize. If you get into a bind next week, or anybody's getting a bind not next week, 2 weeks from now, then we'll figure out another way how to get around it. But as of right now, that's the best way to do it. If you haven't, it's not you. You're not buying it for you. You're buying it for somebody else. So you're just sending them the money as a gift, and then they got to sign up for it. And the best way to reach people is in the CRC. Next question.
Actually, that's it for questions. I don't see any others.
Nothing at all.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay, I saw something come up about Norman's wrote a couple of things. Let me just see.
Yeah, Norman's been quite the help in the chat during the call. So thanks, Norman, on that.
He's killing it. How many shares you got so far, Norman? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure. I'm sure he's up there though.
Yeah, Norman, just type in there. How many shares have you got so far? Obviously, if they all qualify, but just curious how many you got so far. See what he says. Keith,
actually, go ahead. Sorry, I have another
I just want to let
question.
Keith know. Good, we'll get it. Keith, I want to let you know I did get your message yesterday, but this is when I had the internet problem out at Lake Mead, so I'll give you a call. Jennifer, thank you for your messages. You're awesome. Happy New Year to you and everybody. Yeah, what other question we got there, Just?
All right, this was the last one. Just to get it clear, someone with the free $100 VIP ticket and those who purchased their tickets, any difference between them?
Say that question again, Just.
Just to get it clear, someone with the free $100 VIP ticket and those who purchased theirs, any difference?
So there is $100 ticket only gets you into the first raffle. And then there's a VIP ticket that gets you in the first raffle and the last raffle. So if you're a VIP ticket, which is a free one you should have got, it gets you in the first raffle and the D-Day raffle. And that's not the last raffle. That's the last of the cycle when we start another 12. The $100 ticket that somebody goes and purchases, they, depending when they purchase it, that gets them into the first raffle and only the first raffle. Am I answering the question right? I'm not just.
I would assume so. I mean, I wrote in the chat that that same answer. So hopefully that answers it for that gentleman that asked it.
Okay. Norman wrote something because I was looking for his name to come up and tell us how many shares he's got. Come on, Norman, stop being shy. How many shares have you got from your postings since Wednesday? I'm just curious. All right, he's going to hopefully. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap it here for all of you. Just coming on the call. If there's any other questions, obviously, first of all, enjoy the remainder of this year, health-wise, and if it's been a good year for you, God bless, amen. If it's been a rough year for you, like it has for a lot of us members, let's pray and hope that going forward, 2024 is your year to make things change for you and your families. We are very, very positive here. We've had some upsets, some downs the last few months. It's been challenging, but we really, really are excited about this future. It does divide Avazoo separately, which is really cool to keep focused on what we're doing. But what's really exciting about it is, literally day one, when we people win money in Match It, we can reach out and help somebody. Could be you. Maybe you're helping. You need the help. You played in the game and something's gone on in your life. You need help, and somebody just won $500, and we can send that to you. So this is really exciting to me personally, because it shows what we're doing and how we can do it to make it happen. We're going to need that momentum to kick it off, even though we've got friends that have said, "Hey, I'm going to get you 2 million app users." Even if we had 10,000 app users in pre-launch, and them 10,000 will use the phone, they're going to need 2 friends minimum, because you might be one of the friends. So let's say 2 minimum. That 10 takes it to 20,000. It could take that 10 to 30,000. They're going to want to use that phone as well. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the phone ringer, it's a gimmick which we'll show on Wednesday next week. But guys, I'm excited because we can see a result of sowing that seed, and now we're seeing it grow, and we're going to be able to pick the fruit and give that to somebody. So it's really exciting. So it's a bright way to go forward in the new year, knowing what we're going to do. In the meantime, we're still doing Avazoo. We're still getting the tickets sold. We're still planning the weekly game where you guys can win. So these are all win situations. Take the negatives and turn them into positives. There's always a different way to look at everything. A lot of people open a book and read the last cover. I never really got that myself, but they do. They read it because they want to know what the end is before they read the whole story. To me, that's not really right, but some people like that. Guys, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. I don't like that terminology, but that's what they use. We are going to get Avazoo tickets sold, and we're going to do it by having fun, letting you guys make some money, and letting us have the opportunity to help people around the world. And that's what it's all about. Did Norman ever respond, by the way? Because if not, I'm closing it up as we speak.
I don't see the number he mentioned.
Okay. All right. So guys, keep posting your shares. Top 10 are going to double your shares down. Enjoy your remainder of the year. Be ready for next year. Obviously, we won't be doing a call Monday because that's New Year's Day. That's a company update. The next call will be Wednesday. So we'll see you all on Wednesday. Be blessed. Please take care of your families, yourself, your health. Very, very important. Make the right New Year resolutions that are really going to change. Don't make the same ones that never change year after year after year. So find something that you can stick with, and be blessed and make it happen. So thank you for this last 12 months, and let's make the next 12 months something that people are going to talk about what we're doing. So God bless to all of you. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.